Let me just ask you one question. How much content have you consumed in the past year? Really think about that. 1,000 hours, 5,000 hours, 10,000 hours. The amount of content people consume is absolutely unbelievable. And if you're anyone like me, you can see how this is a really bad thing. You can probably remember when you were a kid and you could literally just daze through life and things were just so fun. You were able to just play out, you were able to just do things flexibly, and you didn't have anything to worry about. You were able to form your own opinions and thoughts, and you weren't really controlled by anyone. Whenever you'd have a thought, you'd allow yourself to express it, and you'd allow yourself to feel anything that came by. You were able to self-regulate well, and there wasn't anything you had to worry about. Before, you were literally your own person. You weren't made up of other people. You were literally just your own person as a kid. Now, people are literally just products of who they consume and who they watch. Now, everyone's literally just on social media all the time. And now that we are, people are literally just influenced by whoever we watch. One thing I've noticed myself is that I live in the UK, and basically anyone you talk to always sounds like someone that you've heard from before. I know that sounds weird, but what I mean by that is everyone tends to have the same speech patterns and the same slang and the same word processing. People tend to say the same sentences, and it's all from social media. Everyone I know tends to have the same Londony accent, even if you live in a completely different part of the UK. Where I'm going with this is that everyone has just become a product of their influences, regardless of if that's good or bad. More time that's bad because social media nowadays is just ruining people, and all the content people consume is degenerate. Most of the content people watch doesn't help them, and if anything, it just reduces who they are as a person because it just takes away authenticity. People aren't who they are, people are just who they watch. There's a famous quote that I'm sure everyone has heard of. If you haven't, then where have you been? But it's, you're one of the 5 people you spend your most time with. Why I've mentioned that quote is because, in my opinion, I don't think it's just in person. It's not one of the 5 people you spend your most time with, but it's who you consume. Nowadays, everyone isn't even meeting in person. People are just so antisocial that I would say it's one of the 5 people you consume content from. If you have no friends and you're consuming content from 5 different creators, then I think that you're one of those. That can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, but most of the time it's a bad thing because most of the content creators nowadays are just degenerate and just do things for money and views. In general, everything that is made up of a person, you can tell straight away. If someone's been scrolling all day, you can quite literally tell based off of how they talk and interact with you. Like I mentioned before, that most of the guys I know and most of the guys that live in the UK literally have a chavvy London accent, and it's all the same everywhere you go. It's very rare you meet someone who speaks sophisticatedly and can just speak well. More time, everyone sounds the same and no one's really authentic anymore. Obviously, you have different faces and different people you'll meet, but at least for me, I just think that everyone is the same. I know I've just spoken about how guys have the chavvy London accent. For girls, it's literally the Molly May accent. Most of the girls you go up to might sound like Molly May, and if they do, there's a surprising chance that they definitely just watch her content. Where I'm going with all of this, by the way, is that everyone is literally just a product of the content they consume, and you can tell what type of content someone watches purely based off how they speak and interact with you. Also, there's a really weird but fun action step I want you to do is, let's say you have a friend, right? You have a friend or you know someone from school. Ask them what their favorite TV show or movie is. And once you have that, I guarantee you, if it genuinely is their favorite and they've watched it hundreds of times or tens of times, they will literally sound and copy some of the characters in that movie or TV show. Like, for example, if you speak to a girl and she says that she likes watching Love Island, then there's a fair chance if you watch like a few minutes of Love Island, you'll see that she sounds and speaks like the girls from there. It's highly likely that they sound like their influences, and it just goes to confirm that whatever we watch, whatever we consume, we kind of become of. Also, if you found what I've just said fascinating, I want you to like the video. That way I know that what I'm saying is actually resonating with people. This is something else I've noticed, and it's that there's so many people now that even if they wanted to stop scrolling, stop doing bad habits, they physically couldn't get themselves to do so. Like with you watching this right now, you probably wasted hours of your life scrolling and doing dumb shit that hasn't benefited you. What if I told you right now that even if you wanted to change those things, you couldn't? People in this generation are so dependent on stimulation like porn and scrolling that It's literally part of who they are. For example, if they stop, they'll start to get withdrawal symptoms, much like a drug. I wouldn't even say it's like a drug. I would say social media and all these bad habits are drugs. And the worst part about it is because of how mainstream it is. You've got illegal drugs like coke and weed that people take, but I would say social media and the bad habits that people are doing now that are normalized are absolutely horrible and disgusting. The worst part about the modern day problems that there are now and the constraints there is out there is most people have neurologically wired their brain to be normalizing these things, like scrolling, watching porn, when it's not normal. We shouldn't be normalizing these things because they're absolutely horrible. For me, in my opinion, if I see someone who scrolls all day and watches porn, I see them as subhuman. I don't even see them as human at that point. If you're someone who scrolls all day and you waste time, how are you a human? Like, what has your life become? If you use porn as a sexual outlet, you're subhuman again. Biologically, our aim is to reproduce, and most people have literally found a way to shortcut that by using fake stimulation that isn't even real. People replace social connections and just seeing new things with scrolling when it just doesn't help you whatsoever. All of that being said, I just want you to sit there and think, right? I just want you to sit there and think. I know you've had enough of scrolling. I know you've had enough of doing these bad habits. It's just that for whatever reason, you can't break free from them. You feel like you're genuinely chained to these things and it's difficult. And I understand that because I've been there. But here's what I want you to do. I will literally just want you to sit there and say to yourself that you've just had enough of these bad habits. Literally just have a bit of annoyance, have a bit of anger, and literally just sit there and be like, I've had enough of these bad habits. Like, they've taken away so much from my life and I've had enough. I don't want any more of this. This thing that's been in my life, it hasn't benefited me. It hasn't supported me through whatever I wanted to achieve, like my bigger goals. And now I've had enough. And the thing is, there is literally the ultimate most best path on the other side of moving away from these habits. As soon as you stop watching porn, as soon as you stop scrolling, as soon as you stop wasting time on social media, messaging people who don't even care about you, your life improves so much. And I don't even need to tell you that. You know it. The thing is, there's so much dopamine and so much like feel-good hormones and chemicals when you feel strong and you genuinely feel like you've conquered something that no one else has conquered. With me, I deleted social media at 14, and that is by far the best achievement I've made as a teenager worldwide. I'm the only kid who's literally deleted social media and I haven't looked back since then. My life is amazing, I feel stronger, and it's just, things feel amazing for me, and I want the same for you. I've now gone over how you're not in control of your own thoughts, through things like influences and other things you see. Now I want to go over proper action steps that will move your life forwards. I want you to gain control back and I want you to gain power. This part of the video is going to help you do that so you win and so that you stop wasting time and losing. The thing is, you want to be strong and disciplined, right? You want to be the person who faces challenges instead of running away from them, right? If you want those things, then this is the part of the video that I really want you to listen to. If you haven't listened to much so far, this is the golden part of the video that's actually going to change your life. I'm putting 10K on the line that if you follow this video and you follow the rest of what I'm about to say, your life will improve. You're going to have more clarity, more purpose, and more importantly, you're going to feel happier about yourself. You're also just going to be a winner in your own life. People around you are going to notice, and you're just going to have a really good sense of level-headedness. Anyways, I'm going to jump straight into what I'm going to tell you to do. Number one is be hyper aware of all the things you choose to do. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, be hyper aware of every small action you choose to do. If you're going to do something, it doesn't matter what it is, ask yourself why you're doing that thing. If you're going to go to the gym and you're going to train, ask yourself why you're doing that. Be super concise and clear with what you're doing. That way you'll find success. If it's something small, like why you're going to go downstairs, ask yourself why you're going to go downstairs, because what could end up happening is you could end up wasting time looking at this thing, or you could waste your time doing something that you don't need to do. If you're about to scroll, ask yourself why you're scrolling. Is it to do with boredom? Is it to do with something like you're not satisfied or you're just bored? Figure out why you're doing that bad habit and make sure you change what you're doing. Ask yourself, is it something your future self would want you to be doing? Another thing I want you to do is take full control of the content you consume and who you watch on social media. The reason why I say that is they're quite literally shaping who you're going to become and what values and what beliefs you adopt about yourself. Literally notice who you're watching and how it's affecting you, and if the content creator or who you're watching is moving your life forwards or backwards. Notice if they're giving things that are beneficial like I am, or if they're just wasting your time. Take full 100% control of everything in your life and take full accountability for every mistake you make. Understand that everything is to do with your influences, and if you're consuming content from the wrong people and you're around the wrong people, you're not going to get to where you are. And if you do get to where you are, you're going to be behind compared to others. Number 3 is take a leap away from all the bad habits that are around you. Literally I'm not telling you to stop them, I'm telling you to take time away. Put up screen time restrictions, stay away from your phone as much as possible. Just become a human again. I know it sounds stupid, but do better habits, go outside with friends more, speak to your parents more. Do small things that just make you feel alive again. Get away from all these modern day technologies because they don't actually give you as much as you think they are. The thing is, you could be doing so much. Instead of messaging girls all day on Snap, set up dates and meet girls in real life. Go and speak to them in person. Stop hiding behind a phone, stop hiding behind a laptop. Spend more time away from social media, more time away from all these bad habits that are destroying you, and start to socialize in real life and just become a happier person that you know you want to be. I've shot through all the action steps, but it's simple and it will get you to where you need to be. All of the things I've mentioned are picture perfect ways for you to gain awareness and level up. They all help you analyze your patterns and eventually help you break free from these bad habits. Once you take full control of your life, you're then able to find success in whatever it is you choose to do. I've been through the struggles of all the bad habits that most guys have been addicted to, and I've come out on the other hand a stronger, more resilient person. My life changed completely when I broke free from all the bad habits there is out there, and I want the same for you. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. That way you get brand new up-to-date content whenever I release a new video. But before I leave, there's one last thing I'll say. Always strive for excellence because great things will come your way.